You are.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Agree.
Enunciate.
All right.
Hey Carolina Panthers fans, I'm Jourdan Rodrigue, Carolina Panthers beat reporter for The Charlotte Observer.
The Charlotte Observer. I'm Marcel Louis-Jaques, also a Carolina beat reporter, and we're here to talk a little draft with you.
Yeah, it's finally here. It's dragged on. The wait has been excruciating, but we are closer than ever to finding out who the Carolina Panthers will select in the first round, number 16 overall. Marcel, who do you think it's going to be?
Well, I'm going to go a little bit down I-85 and I take Clemson defensive end Clelin Ferrell. Offensive and defensive line have always been the focus this draft, improving those in the draft. And I don't think that you can get much better on and off the field, a combination of the two, than Clelin. Military background, raised strong mother. That's two things that Ron Rivera and the Panthers really appreciated. Highly productive in a tough schedule. They're playing 4 or 5 SEC teams every year. They're going to the college football playoff every year. There's so much tape on the guy that you know what you're getting at this point. There is a question of whether or not he can drop back as more of an outside linebacker, what he's going to be like in pass coverage. But after speaking with his position coach from Clemson, it's just something that he wasn't asked to do because of their personnel, not because of any limitations from his standpoint. So I'd expect Clelin Ferrell at number 16, and Panthers fans, you're going to love that kid.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it would be a fantastic pick because you're not just getting a good player on the field. You're really, with your first round pick, you're investing in the person as well. And the Panthers have always been about really wanting to invest in good people. And Clelin Ferrell has struck me as such a good kid, good guy. Same goes for Brian Burns, who is my pick for the Panthers at number 16, Florida State defensive end, who will be able to play outside linebacker in the NFL as well. That really plays into what the Carolina Panthers are trying to do as they become more multiple, mix more 3- and 4-man fronts. The problem last year with their pressure is that it didn't complement on the interior and exterior, and they had to manufacture a ton of it, which they actually are going to be doing moving forward with Ron Rivera calling plays. So they need guys who can kind of mix in those different fronts, with Brian Burns being able to play outside linebacker in a 3-4. He can also rush the passer as a traditional 4-3 defensive end. Where I would say he might need a little work is against the run, but Carolina has really shown a long history of being able to develop these explosive, powerful defensive ends. They really need a guy who can be a day one impact starter, rotating with Bruce Irvin, being versatile, athletic, and really just a good guy on and off the field. You hear great things about Brian Burns, just like Clelin Ferrell. And Brian Burns has that family connection. Stanley McClever, little known fact.
The Predator going way back.
7th round defensive end picked in the 2006 draft by the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, and Burns, that's a guy, if Montez Sweat was not a thing and he didn't do that 4.41 at the combine, that Brian Burns' athletic ability would be way more talked about. 4.5, 40-yard dash as well. This guy can move. Like you said, going to put on a little bit of weight, but these are the pros. They are people who are paid to literally do that. So I don't think that should be a problem for him. Sounds like no matter what they do at defensive end between Burns or Ferrell, that they're in pretty good hands, though.
Yeah, I think they're going to find that guy who can come in and fill that role that Julius Peppers left when he retired. Huge shoes to fill, obviously, but that's what they're trying to do with this draft is fill that need. It's one of the biggest needs on the team, and I guess we might find out Thursday night whether one of us is right or maybe we're both wrong.